Hello, everyone, and welcome to Harv's World, where we are visiting Bucks County, PA, the newest mod map by TNTModding. That's Bucks County, Pennsylvania, for all of those who don't know what PA stands for, which really should be nobody. Anyway, this mod map is only 355 megabytes, so it's not going to take up a lot of space on your machine. It is available for PC, Mac, PS4, and Xbox One, so everybody has an opportunity to play this one. That's outstanding. I am a PC player, so I'm not going to be able to give you console guys some slot counts or anything like that, but we are going to take a look at this map and see exactly what it has to offer. Now, according to TNTModding, you will find 60 challenging, irregularly shaped fields ranging in size from small to large. There are many sales stations for cereals and bales. No special mods are required to play this map. There are several empty plots on the map that can be purchased, cleared, and then either converted into fields or used for additional buildings or farms. You start the game on the main farm, which consists of cows and chickens. The horses, pigs, and sheep will be displayed on the map as soon as the land is purchased. This map is seasons ready, and the contributors are Bullet Bill, Oxygen David, Frontier Mods, GeForce Mods, and Mr. Hector Mods. So a lot of people have had a hand in bringing this one to you. And I have to say, I've looked around just a little bit, not a lot, just enough to get my bearings, and it's a very nice US style map. And you can see traditional red and white barn buildings or farm buildings in the what most people consider to be a traditional US style. Tons and tons of storage. We've got a lovely big silo here. And unless I miss my guess, I'm pretty sure that's from another map, right? Can't think of it off the top of my head just now. But yeah, there's a lot going on, and one of the great things is you start with a ton of equipment. Just a ton. And it's not all that small piddling stuff that a lot of maps will frequently start you with. I mean, look at those two big brute John Deeres sitting over there. And we'll go through all this. We've got a nice big John Deere harvester. And not only that, we've got a Case quad truck to get us going. So as a new player, you are going to be set up nicely. Let's take a look at our map real quick and just kind of see what all is out there. Now you can see on this map, there's not a single square field out here. So get ready to do some driving. Now, as far as land goes, when you start, this is what you're starting with. So, you know, all of that extraneous land around the edges that usually just gets left off, or people put such a high price tag on that you can't own it anyway. Well, they've just included that with the new player lands. But this is your primary plot right here, and it's massive, absolutely massive. 15, 16, 17, and 28. And it's worth a whopping $1.75 million, or euros if that's what you're playing in. So you start with a lot of land. And even if you weren't interested in playing this area, $1.75 million is going to carry you a long way. A long, long way. So with that said, some of the other, there are smaller plots that aren't too out of reach. There's a 2-acre field, just over 2 acres for $57,000. But then there's an almost 20-acre field that's almost $500,000. So there's a nice broad range of fields available on this map. Plenty of smaller fields if that's your thing. If that's, you just want to play some small. Lots of that, and they're reasonably priced. Nothing's too outrageous. There are some areas that have trees, and we're going to look at those a little bit closer because while I know there are many people who love forestry, I think they've made forestry on this map just a little bit more challenging, and I'm kind of intrigued by that. So we'll go down here and take a look at these later on. A little bit more over here. But as sale points go, there are a ton of sale points on this map also. I mean, this map is just littered with stuff. We've got the animal stockyard. We've got Beaver Brothers Sawmill, Central Feed Supply, Cozy Wool, Davis Feed Mill, Davis Feed Mill Bales, Dreaming Tree Farms, Eureka Farms, Johnson Mill, Keystone Restaurant, Lazy Acres Farms, Miller Dairy, Quaker State Processing Plant, Richland Feed and Seed Mill, Richland Feed and Seed Mill Bales, Transport Company, and Transport Company Bales. Now, what I find interesting in this list is the Quaker State Processing Plant. And I kind of get the feeling that what they mean is Quaker Oats, because Quaker State is an oil company. You want to put oil in your tractor, you might be buying from Quaker State. You want somebody to buy your crops, you're going to be talking to Quaker Oats. Just saying. Minor discrepancy there. And while we're at it, we might as well take a look at our starting equipment and see exactly what we've got, because there is a truckload. We start with a John Deere 6250R. We've got the John Deere 6155M. We've got the Case Quadtrac 620 at a whopping 692 horsepower. That is outstanding. We've got the John Deere 8400R. We've got the John Deere T560 Harvester. An AgroLiner trailer that will haul just about anything you can possibly think of. A small AgroLiner. Actually, starting off with a 45,000 liter trailer, that's huge, because normally you're lucky if you get this 21,000 liter AgroLiner here. 7.6 meter John Deere header. In fact, for all this large equipment, the John Deere Harvester is the smallest of all of them. So doing an upgrade on that is probably going to, if we need that big equipment, you're probably going to need a bigger harvester. We've got the Amazon Senius 8003 2TX Super Cultivator. Vaderstadt 6 meter seeder. Planter tank or seeder tank. Got good mowing equipment. Lots and lots of mowing. Or lots and lots of grasswork equipment, I should say. The Pottinger butterfly mower with the front mower. We've got almost 8 meter header. Yep, that's what it is. We've got the Kuhn rake, and we've got a forage wagon, so that's pretty nice also. Standard front loader equipment, header trailer, a nice big grain silo, and that's interesting because this one is on another farm. But we still have access to the silo apparently. So, but that's 200,000 liters. Yeah, it was Lone Oak. That was the name I couldn't think of. But the Lone Oak silo that's on our starting farm, that's 750,000 liters. That's outstanding. We've got another small grain silo sitting out there somewhere for 100,000. And then we've got all of our storage, vehicle workshop. We start with a washer and a standard base game farmhouse. There is a lot going on getting you started here. Now, one thing I'm going to say, since we went through that equipment list, is the difference between new farmer, farm manager, and start from scratch is simply no land. In all three modes, you start with all of that equipment. You just, in farm manager and start from scratch, you have no you have no land. That's the only difference. So really, new farmer is the way to get started on this, because even if you wanted to do like a farm manager because you didn't want this big plot of land to start with, I mean, sell it. You got 1.75 million to go out and buy whatever you want. Now the starting farm does start with cows and chickens. Great cow barn here. Absolutely fantastic. I was impressed anyway. Now, I have not played Lone Oak, and I get the feeling some of these buildings are from that map. I'm sure they are. You guys probably know that better than I do, but you know, this is your cattle food trough. Cattle pasture out here. This is animal pen extension ready, so we have valves here that you can place so you don't have to haul water. And not only that, we've got our slurry point here, and where was that? Oh, milk collection point, which I believe is on this side. Yeah, an animal pen extension ready. It's even got the milk sales center already set up for you. So you can have somebody come and collect your milk for you if you'd like to. But yeah, it's a really cool cattle barn. I like that. I like that a lot. You also have your standard bunker silo, which I would expect you to have, although this is not registering as a bunker silo. So I don't know what's going on there, but I believe it should be. It looks like a bunker silo. Anyway, we also start with fertilizer and herbicide tanks. Buy and fill up right here. And then we've got a chicken coop. Pretty standard chicken coop. You got your feed trough right here. Now maybe that's not a bunker silo, because right here we've got two massive ones, and these are definitely bunkers. So, yep, a lot going on. A lot to get you started. And when you buy more stuff, which you undoubtedly will, there's plenty of storage around as well. You got a vehicle shop right here, ready to go. Very well set up starting farm. No complaints. Pressure washer. This is a great big, just a huge storage barn. I mean, this has barely even touched the surface of what you can get in here. Absolutely outstanding. And, yep, fuel tank right here. Just fill up your vehicles with fuel. Don't even have to go to the shop. So yeah, you're doing well starting off on the starting farm here on this map. So with that said, let's just grab one of these John Deeres and take a bit of a drive around, shall we? Now, I enjoy doing map tours as much as the next person. I really, really do. But I also kind of believe that during a map tour, you don't have to cover every fart and wrinkle. You want to leave something for players out there to discover on their own. And that's half the fun of playing the map, is figuring out where is everything, where do I go, where do I sell this, where is it located. At least it is for me. And as you can see, I mean, this is a very nice map. It's not overly cluttered. A lot of times it just gets bogged down with trees and vegetation, and maybe it's because of the American style of the map. I don't know. You get a lot of fence rows and hedges, stone walls and things like that on European maps, but this map in particular has a much more open feel to it. And I'm liking that. I like that a lot. So yeah, we're just going to do a quick look around. I kind of feel like a lot of people have had a chance to check this out a little bit on their own earlier. I know I've seen some of the big guys out there playing this map a little bit. And right back in here, we've got another farm that you can purchase. Again, it's got a lot going on here, a whole bunch going on, and it's got a really, really nice pig barn on it. So if you wanted to raise pigs, you could do that right here. So yeah, just another nice starting farm to get you going if that's what you want. Let's see if we can't cut through some fields. I'm driving a tractor after all. I mean, roads are nice, but and as you can see, crop destruction works exceptionally well when you're driving your own fields. And then back to the irregularly shaped fields. I mean, this is part of one of your starting fields right here. It's got a nice little oasis of vegetation right in the middle of it, which would be a bit of a challenge to clear. I mean, there are a lot of trees packed into that area if you wanted to clear it. That's totally up to you, of course. Now, what you would expect, at least I would, in farm country, USA, which I just happen to live in, actually, there's lots of dirt roads. Plenty of side roads, plenty of gravel roads for you to go down and explore, which personally I enjoy, getting off the beaten path. Now here's one of the forestry areas I was kind of talking about, and I might as well just stop through here. And we don't have our traditional spruce trees in here, but there are plenty of nice, tall, straight trees ready to be cut down, but mixed in with those are a lot of trees that aren't necessarily going to be easy to get rid of. So, you know, it's not just like a pre-planted forest. If you want to clear this area, if you want to do some forestry, I mean, there's going to be these odd, irregular, heavy trees that you'll have to get rid of, and those don't work well with a tree harvester. You got to get out your chainsaw, cut those things into chunks, and load them up. And that's pretty much the way it is on all of the forested areas around, and I like that. I mean, you know, so often we get just a bunch of tall state trees, and yeah, here's your forestry area. Boom, go cut some trees. But on this map, no, you're going to have to clear out some odd, irregular trees also. And I think that's a great addition. And here is one of our sale points, just coming up here on the left, or straight ahead of us now, but which one? Yeah, this is Quaker State. Which again, Quaker Oats, guys. It's Quaker Oats. But it is well put together. I mean, you know, this definitely looks and feels like an industrial facility of some kind. So that's working exceptionally well. And, you know, one thing about driving around in the United States, sometimes it's not easy to get from point A to point B. I just want to find a nice road headed south, and I feel like I'm going to have to do some off-roading again to get there because, well, frankly, I'm not finding a good road to head south on. Yeah, I mean, this is nice through here, and, you know, houses aren't placed side by side in little blocks. They're kind of offset, set back in. There are fields that are surrounded by trees, and this is actually really nice too. We've got bigger trees interspersed with smaller trees. You know, it looks like a wall of vegetation more than just, you know, your traditional hedgerow or something like that. Hey, what do you know, a road headed south. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bucks County, Pennsylvania is a real place, and I imagine to some degree this is this map has tried to model that as much as possible. If you're curious, Bucks County, PA is north of Philadelphia, kind of northeast of Philadelphia, between Philadelphia and Allentown. And we've got the traditional fuel location here. Pretty standard pull in and fill up. And what do you know, we've got a muddy SUV. Practically a cliche in the United States. Just about. So yeah, what do you think? Bucks County, PA. I know there's been some hype about this. People have been pretty excited about it. I know a few people have commented on it. This looks like our standard dairy. Yep, that's going to be a dairy right there. So milk and eggs. And we'll do just a bit more of a drive around. You know, you're getting a feel for this. It's really well done. It really, really is. You can tell a lot of hard work has gone into this. So we've got a bale barn on the left here. We've got a restaurant on the right. It's nice rolling terrain. You know, it's not just flat. I know a lot of people really enjoy just having a flat map so they can place whatever they want or do whatever they want. This is going to require a little bit of effort on your part. And it's not all generic scenery. You know, as you're going by, you've got some houses, traditional colonial style house, and those are very common in the U.S. In fact, just a few miles from where I live, I can drive by half a dozen of those things. And we've got a road that drives straight off the edge of nowhere. Check this out. Well, we didn't want to go there anyway. Besides, there's a dirt road to check out right down here. And there is some absolutely gorgeous scenery through here. I mean, this creek, small river. In the U.S., this would be called a creek. A creek, depending on what part of the country you live in. Absolutely outstanding. Again, you know, well, we're driving through the woods, but you're not just going to get tall, straight trees. You want to buy this land, get that chainsaw out, because you are going to need it. And this feels like, I mean, literally 5 miles from my house, I could drive down a road that looks just like this. Packed in with trees on the left. Cornfields on the right. We don't get many sunflowers where I live, or canola for that matter, but yeah, this is very, very, very much has that distinctive US feel to it. Done a really nice job. TNTModding has done a very nice job on this map. And one thing that I did want to mention, there are no unique animals, there's no unique crops. It's all exactly what you expect from Farming Simulator. Sorry folks, I'm cutting through your backyards. My bad. But that's not a bad thing. I mean, you know, there doesn't have to be a new twist every time a map comes out. I enjoy it. I mean, it's nice to see a new crop here and there or whatever, but yeah. And we've got another one of our sale points coming up here on the right. Got quite a bit coming up here, actually. So we'll just cruise right through here. Ah, yes, this is the not biogas, bioheating plant. So you could bring your wood chunks right here, drop them off and sell them if you don't want to take them to the sawmill. There is a sawmill available on the map though, and I'm sure when we do our flyover, you will get a chance to see that as well. I always try to cover all the hot spots. And then of course we have our biogas plant, which is fairly reasonably priced. I want to say it's about 150,000, something like that, which is not too bad. Oh, we've got a bit of broken texture there floating in the air. That's interesting. And again, you know, this is a map that I'm sure will be regularly updated. I think there's enough interest in it that these map makers, and TNTModding has been known to do some very good stuff anyway, so I'm sure they will be on top of these little things. And just a little bit more of a drive north. I think you've probably got a pretty good feel for how this map is laid out at this point. I mean, what it looks like. It's really well done. It really, really is. So many great maps that keep coming out, and I keep sitting here going, I wish I had 48 hours in a day, because I could be playing a lot more. And I just don't have time. And I'm sure a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, this has small town Indiana feel written all over it. Mini salt, small town USA, but I live in Indiana, so that's my perspective. Here's another bale barn that we could sell to if we wanted to. I think at this, no, there's one more spot we could check out. Since we're so close to it, we'll just run right up there. And you can see there's plenty of traffic on the map as well. And this would be another one of our sale points right here. Which one is this? Oh, yeah, we made it to the sawmill, so yes, you do get a chance to see the sawmill. It's right here. There we go. Good looking sawmill. Very nice indeed. Okay, outstanding. Well, at this point, I think it's just time to do a flyby, a flyover, or whatever you want to call it, and just check out a few things we might have missed. So let's get to it, shall we? And you know, I like the flyovers because you kind of get a feel for how everything is laid out. I mean, it's nice to look at the map, but just being able to get an aerial view helps a little bit sometime. And yep, we are coming over our starting farm right now. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is at the starting farm, we have this pond. And if you wanted or needed to haul water somewhere, I'm absolutely certain you could fill up right at that pond. Very nice. Very nice. It's a really nice starting farm. A lot going on. If you're a new player, you would be well set up. Anybody would be well set up, but again, here's these forested areas I've been talking about. You know how they're littered with all different types of trees, not just your generic ones. And here we've got, is this, oh, feed and seed mill bales. Just another crop sale point, it looks like. That was our dairy right there. Restaurant, barn. Yeah, so let me know in the comments, what do you think of Bucks County, PA? Like I said, I know that a few people have had access to this map for some time now, and you've all gotten a look at it. A lot of you have gotten a look at it before. This will be our animal dealer right here. Pretty standard traditional animal dealership, complete with the Farming Simulator bull. Again, almost a little village-like area right through here. Very traditional US. Another gas station. Oh, you can't have a US map without a junkyard. Absolutely can't. Oh. Yes, plenty of those in the United States, let me tell you. And yeah, this would be another one of the starting farms right here. Not starting farms, but another farm that you could purchase if you wanted to do different types of animals. This is actually a sheep pasture right here. Oops. And you can see lone oak lamb right there. We've got animal pen extension sitting, you know, the valve sitting right in there. But this won't activate as a sheep pasture until you buy this plot of land. And in order to buy that plot of land, well, you're going to need $410,000 to work that farm. but it would start you out with sheep, especially if you sold this off for that 1.7 million. Just a thought. And there's a couple other farms littered around that I'm sure you will be able to find no problem whatsoever. But yeah, this is a quick first look tour of Bucks County, PA. I hope you found this tour helpful, useful, informational, or otherwise. If you did, leave a comment down below. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And until next time, take care.